Hey guys, it's Michael Todd, and welcome to The.Cult.Of.Vintage. Today has not gone according to plan. Oh no. A nor'easter has decided to visit the East Coast, so it is snowing, as you can tell. So the places that we were planning on going, unfortunately, again, are in the skiing region. You know, this is the second time this has happened that I've wanted to go there, and it snowed on that day. I don't know what's going on with that. So that said, we're going to do something we haven't done in quite a while, and that is go thrift shopping. We are currently at American Rescue Workers. We're probably going to hit up American Rescue Workers too, and a Salvation Army. We're going to get in here and see if we can't find anything, maybe for our collection, maybe for reselling. I don't know. I would be pleasantly and happily proven wrong if we find a lot of stuff, but let's do this. Okay. Alrighty, guys, here we are on the inside. And first up, I am seeing some little salt and pepper shakers. I do see these wood ones. Unfortunately, the transferred image, it was pretty much gone. So I did decide to leave those behind. Now here, these guys are a little, like, I think that they're a little home coat. It's that bisque. Here we got a little cheese. It is made in Japan. Unfortunately, he is missing his rat, and that would have been one part of a pair to salt and pepper shakers. So I didn't feel like just getting the cheese. Here are some little red peppers. I actually have had some of the vegetable salt and pepper shakers before, and they have done well. Words, but I did decide to leave those behind. There was some pretty substantial paint loss on the one that I didn't pick up, but I did look. It was pretty much white on the back. Now this is pretty. It's a multicolored art glass vase done in the Murano style. It was very lightweight. So I was like, maybe that's a telefloral. So I did decide to go ahead and leave that one behind. I think if it was had more weight to it, I would have picked it up. But again, it being lightweight was a pretty big tell. Here again, I'm seeing a little home coat kitten with a snail, and I'm probably going to crush a lot of hearts, but I did decide to leave that one behind. I did. These are cute. They're very mid-century. It is like a ceramic. Obviously, it is 3 owls on a branch. I thought it was done really well. The paint is great. Now, there is some loss here. That could be touched up relatively quickly. With a watercolor pencil, folks, please do not use Sharpies. Don't use a marker at all to touch up your chip paint. This was interesting. I saw it and I was like, is that Bunnykins? Turns out it is. This was produced by Royal Doulton. It was priced at $3.99. Now, I did decide to go ahead and pick it up because I know that there are a lot of people out there that really love their Royal Doulton Bunnykins Peter Rabbit collection. So I did pick him up. I would have preferred it to be 99 cents, but it was $3.99. Here we are seeing a little teapot. It is a little bit older. However, this is one of those things where you kind of have to feel it. And I didn't like the way that it felt. There was something off about it. It was very like, I think that it was definitely vintage, but it was done in more of an antique style. I wasn't sold on the quality of the ceramic that was used, and that I judged it off of the bottom of the piece. Now, I know this isn't necessarily everybody's style. These are, I'm going to say this wrong, Ardal. They're made in Japan, and they are done in a Victorian style here. I love them. I thought they were charming. They were a couple, more brother and sister, obviously, with the grapes. I love the dove flying through the wreath there. So I did decide to go ahead and pick those up. I like the style. Like I said, it's very Victorian. So we'll see how they do. Now, this is an example of a name versus subject matter. I wasn't wholly sold on the subject matter, but there was something about it. I was like, I mean, it's done well. We turn it over, and it is, in fact, Lippert and Mann. Now, this goes for about 15. I ran some quick comps on it. I think that there are people out there that would love it, but I don't think that there are enough that would really drive the price of it, if that makes sense. It was $1.99. I think if somebody really loved it as a collector, that was a great deal, obviously, but not so much for me. And then I got very excited. You guys, this is the actual real tollware. It is silver plate, and then they use these super saturated enamels on the interior, and this bad boy has got some weight to it. Now, there are some condition issues to it. Obviously, there is quite a bit of patina on it, and I will, in fact, clean this up. These things are absolutely stunning. I was struggling to find a price, even though you see it there to the right. I found it. Don't worry. I found it actually as I went up to ask if there was a price on it, and I was like, "Oh yeah, it's right here." Here we have got some. I love it. It's clear glass. It is Depression era. We have a complete sugar and creamer with the lid. There were no chips or cracks on it, so I most definitely picked those up for 79 cents a piece. And here, you guys, is a quick basket shot of everything that we picked up here at American Rescue Workers. Hey, I'm pleasantly surprised. So we'll wrap it up and move on to the next. Hey, there you have it. Not bad. We found a couple of things. Are they the most earth-shattering? No, but I am excited about that tollware. That's pretty cool. I wish the condition was a little bit better, but I didn't want to leave it behind because I think it's still a beautiful piece and certainly something that can still be used. Of course, the clear depression. I'm very excited about that, actually. So, all right, guys, I'm going to hit you up here at the next place. All right, let's do it. Alrighty, guys, here we are at our next location. This is a Salvation Army. Let's see if we can't find anything. I'm seeing some wonderful Avon bottles there in the window. Yay. Alrighty, guys, here we are on the interior. Now, we are seeing some Westmoreland pieces here. This is their tulip design, a little compote. Westmoreland love to call their stuff mist. Everything's mist. It's not satin, it's mist, y'all. Westmoreland is a Pennsylvania company, so I do have a tendency to find a lot of it. That being said, I'm one of those people that's just like, oh my gosh, it's more Westmoreland. Now, that said, there are some unusual pieces, patterns, and colors that I most definitely will pick up. However, it's one of those things where I know some people would be like, I can't believe you passed that up, because they don't find Westmoreland a lot, but I'm just like, oh, more mist, especially the green mist. Oh my word. This cute little kind of like Southwestern pottery. It was new. Of course, we've got a little Winnie the Pooh planter there. It looks like it's more of a telefloral piece. Now, I did find this pineapple. It is vintage. It's unusual here. I have still I have a hard time making out who this is by. It's definitely mid-century. It's definitely a production piece. In other words, it is not a hobbyist piece. So I do decide to go ahead and pick that up. Now, in here, in the little glass cabinet, they do have a little Fenton boot, and there is a little Napco November birthday mug. I do decide to leave the mug behind because there is a pretty substantial chip. Here we're seeing a beautiful art glass dove. Unfortunately, a lot of damage to it. And then I discover this Afghan. Now, I think that there is something specific. It's like one of those things where you have a lot of leftover yarn, not enough to really make anything out of the leftover yarn. So you kind of put together all of these different colors, and I loved it. I think it's very mid-century. I love the coloring on it. I'm checking the condition of it. So I do decide to go ahead and pick this one up. Gonna wrap it up outside. So I did get that Fenton slipper. It was $7. Typically, I'm not very attracted to the slippers. It is Fenton. It is the cat coming out. However, what really attracted me to it was, of course, the coloring. I think that it's absolutely beautiful. I love that color. It's very winter, but also at the same time, you can use it in spring and summer. The Afghan, it's really cute. Somebody put some time and some effort into that. I know I couldn't do it. So we're gonna wrap it up here, and I'm gonna see you at the next place. I think it's gonna be our last place too for this video. All right, guys. Okay, guys, we are at our third place. It's American Rescue Workers. I would show you the exterior, but this lady is like lurking out the window staring at me as it is. So, but this is cool. Watch this old trunk. I want it. Isn't that amazing? Oh my gosh. I kind of really want that. I love the graphics on that. I wonder how much that is. Alrighty, guys. First off of the bat, we are seeing the Roger Brothers. This is their daffodil line. It is marked on the bottom. I'm going to show you here. It is silver plate. This is beautiful. It is a gravy boat. Obviously, the boat is attached to the serving plate, and it does have its ladle. I think this would be something great for an antique display. These were really interesting. They were $1.99. It was imported by Oriental Food Town, which is a very large grocer. However, they sell a lot of non-edible or perishable items. I thought it was cute. It does need some cleaning up. That plastic has fogged in, so I'm going to pick him up. And then we found another mid-century kitsch. This little sitar player here stuck in the bottle. It is glass. However, the bottom is plastic. I pick him up. How could I not? I mean, he's 99 cents. Why not, folks? This was great. It is a USA pottery. Unfortunately, there is a pretty substantial chip there. California pottery specifically. I loved the colors. I loved the shape. This would be great for jewelry, but with that chip, I did decide to leave it behind. Now here, I was excited about. These are Sirocco wood. They are like a resin plastic. However, they are made to mimic wood, very mid-century. You are getting the set here, and both actually contain their original label. I thought those were fun. There's a little bit of damage here, but it's not detracting. Like, it kind of blends in with the overall aesthetic of the piece. So very quickly, I'm going to show you the 3 things that we found. Pardon me, 4 things. I forgot the dolls were there. I'm probably going to gift the dolls, truth be told. I don't know if I'm going to sell them or gift them. And then I thought I was done until I turned and I saw him. That's right, it's everybody's favorite 1980s alien. It is Alf. This is from the Coleco. He's in amazing condition. Y'all know I don't really typically like touching the plush. He's $9, but his condition is fantastic. He needs a little brushing out. He doesn't have any funky odors or stains to him. There's no tears. So yeah, I was like, am I really about to do this? Am I? And then I was like, look at that face, that cat eater Alf. So we get him. We're going to wrap it up outside, guys. Moving on. Okay, well, I know I said this was probably going to be the last place. However, judging by the amount of footage that I've gotten, it looks like we're actually going to go to a 4th place. So we're going to go to a 4th thrift store and see if we can't find anything. Did I find a lot in there? No, I didn't. Am I super excited about Alf? Yeah, I am. Is he my favorite find of the day? Possibly. I'll see you at the next place, guys. All right, guys, here is our next stop. It is another American Rescue Workers. Let's get inside. Alrighty, now this American Rescue Workers is relatively small. However, I have found quite a few treasures in here before. So, hey, you never know. You don't know till you go in. Now, the first thing that I find is, believe it or not, I do find this beautiful chenille bedspread. Now, there is some green paint that is on it. Not only is there some green paint, but I do identify 2 small tears. This one is relatively small. I think that it could definitely be fixed up. I was kind of debating it, and as you'll see in the wrap-up outside, I have points. American Rescue Workers gives you a point for every dollar you spend, and I knew that I had enough points given we were just at an American Rescue earlier's. I think that if somebody repaired it and tried to remove the stains, or if they used it as a cutter, and I knew I was going to get it for free, so I said, heck yeah. Now, these are great. These are wall pockets, very Arabian Nights. They were unusual. I loved the color. The cording is actually original to the piece. It was $4.99 for the pair. And I thought, you know what? Where else am I going to find these? So I most definitely picked them up. I am going to sell them as a pair, I think. Now, these next pieces, these are Faltzcraft. It is a salt and pepper shaker, a small sugar, and a creamer. However, they weren't dynamic enough. I kind of was attracted to them. I personally like the simplicity because it's going to go with so many decors, but I ultimately did leave them behind because, again, subject matter. We'll wrap it up outside, guys. Okay, well, that wasn't a total bust. I did ultimately end up getting the chenille because I knew that I had points at American Rescue Workers. You can sign up for a free membership, and the more that you spend, you accrue points. And I had enough. I got everything for free, so I can't complain. Anything at that point is pure profit, and I think that somebody is going to be able to do something with it. So that said, we are at our final. How many? I don't even know how many thrift stores this is. Um, you'll recognize it when we're inside, but I'm not going to put it in the title. No, I'm not. Alrighty, guys, I'm just going to put it out there. We don't find anything in here. I do. We don't. I find this cute little poinsettia creamer. It is new. I decided to leave it behind. You can see that the shelves are most definitely full. Unfortunately, it was full of a lot of not the kind of stuff that we were interested in. I was finding a lot of broken and damaged items too. However, I did find this absolutely beautiful pot. I loved it. I loved the glaze. I loved the unusual shape. I was inspecting it. Now, it did have a slot here that would allow you to put in a ladle. It was glazed mostly on the inside. We do have an artist signature to it. Now, here is the thing. Upon further inspection, I'm seeing these cracks in the clay. And that to me was a tell that, yeah, it's artist sign and it's got an unusual shape, but I don't think that it's a piece that is of quality. Yeah, so we left it behind. And then we find this creepy little child. He's a little wall pocket. If it was painted better, I probably would have picked this up, truth be told. And the last thing that we will see here is a Ginette milk glass. It is pink. Unfortunately, there's just not a lot of resale value on it. It's got some swirling there. I was making sure it wasn't a crack or chip. It's $1.99. It's cute, but again, it just, there wasn't enough value to warrant picking it up. Well, guys, that is it. I will do the conclusion finally. Oh, look, the blue wall. That means I forgot to film the outro. I'm going to be consistent apparently here lately. But anyhow, it was a long day. I was kind of just like, all right, I need to get home. It was snowing. The weather wasn't the greatest. So I forgot. I hope you can forgive me. Anyhow, guys, that is it for today's video. I gotta say, I was pleasantly surprised, especially by the American Rescue Workers and the Salvation Army. I think that we got some fun things, some really cute things. Um, I mean, hey, it was a thrift store. It's better than finding nothing. At the end of the day, I do, and that is why I prefer going to antique malls, is because I do like bringing you guys more higher end, harder to find items. And that's not to say that you can't find them at a thrift store. You 100% can. I have. The odds are just not in your favor. And being that I only have so many days to film and get things for sale, it's really imperative that I try to maximize that time, hence going to the antique malls. Not only that, I've said it before and I'm going to continue to say it. Again, one of the main priorities for me for the Cult of Vintage and for the platform is to give you guys a different experience and to really promote some small businesses. I think it is extraordinarily important, especially in times that are very difficult for everybody. Look at big business. Big business is struggling, so you know that the little man is definitely hurting. So again, it's that much more important given the times that we are living in to make sure that we are providing a voice and a platform for other small businesses. And on that note, you guys, I'm going to wrap it up. I hope that you enjoyed today's video. And as always, until next time, remember, keep it rusty, crusty, and dusty. Bye, guys.